feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
So here's Dallas' starting group. They've got Klay Thompson. Anthony Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Washington in at the small forward.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and was maybe a step out of his range.
Now here's Davis. Here's Irving. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Love watching Irving do his work in there. Kyrie's so good and crafty in tight.
Now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer.
And the point of emphasis in the game plan against Anthony Davis was to simply be more physical inside. Coach said we have to force him outside the paint and make him shoot those mid to long range shots. Sounds like they're willing to give up the outside shot to keep Davis from dominating the paint.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Love the response from Thompson there. You knew it was going to be about payback for him.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pass to Irving. Outside Davis. Fades. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
And the ball out of play. The Mavericks will have it.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
The Mavericks have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Booker against Irving. Pass to Gafford. Gafford with a screen on Beal. The three from Thompson sinks the tray. Thompson's got 6.
Extremely dangerous from that range. That's Thompson's comfort zone right there.
Booker, the pass to Richards. For 3, Durant. Washington grabs the miss.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
With the teardrop. Here's Gafford. Rebounded by Dunn.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Booker, good.
And this is big for Booker's confidence. With his three-point ball falling, he's so tough to stop.
Pass to Davis. Right side, Irving. Shoots over Booker. Back to Irving. Oh, got a piece of it. Fast break. Here we go. The 3, Durant. The shot misses. The Mavericks have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Irving, the pass to Thompson. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Thompson's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Well, that's exactly the guy you want to set up. I mean, Klay Thompson feels like every shot he takes is going in.
Pass to Durant. Stolen by Davis. And there's the lob. And the dunk by Gafford.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Booker. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
The shot by Dunn, no good. The Mavericks lead by 3. Marshall passes to Thompson. Fires the 3. They get it back. Back to Davis. Out to Thompson. Takes a 3. Fires in the triple. Thompson's got 11 points.
Working it to the open teammate that time. Excellent awareness from Davis.
Outside O'Neal. Back to Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
And Dallas with possession. They're on a 13-5 run. Outside, Williams. Pass to Thompson. The three. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. He's got 6.
Down in the corner, Beal shoots with confidence. Just one more area he can score from consistently.
Here's Lively. Back to Williams. And so it's Klay Thompson making highlights for Dallas. He's found his range, hitting. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And not only that, they're off to a pretty hot start shooting from outside. They seem locked in tonight.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Kyrie Irving out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Dante Exum. Then there's Derek Lively. And it's Marshall in at the 4. Jones finds Durant. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Durant's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
It's stolen by Lively. Exum with it. O'Neal covers. Exum outside. The 3. No good there. And it's Jones with the ball for Phoenix. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Dallas has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Klay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Richards is checked in for the Suns. Booker comes in for O'Neal. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. Here's Gafford. Hits the J after faking out the D with a quick up fake. Gafford's got his second bucket of the night.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Outside Jones. The kick to Durant. Launches it. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Well, Durant's reputation at the arc is solid, and good reason for that. He's a consistent sniper.
It's Exum on the wing. Puts up a 3. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound. The Suns lead by 5. Outside Durant. 3-pointer. Durant! Automatic at the rim.
Durant's a pleasure to watch moving in transition. So fluid and always under control.
He gets it in there. Exum's got his second basket. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Knocked loose. Stolen by Dinwiddie. Here's the break. Puts up a deep 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Christie. Again, Dallas. Phoenix has got it going from distance in the second quarter. 4 of 5 from deep. Durant against Washington. Pass to Allen. 3-pointer. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Mavericks trail by 4. And he's going for the lob. It's a one-on-one situation. For 3, Durant. KD. What else would you expect? And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Christie. Booker defending. Puts up the 8-footer. Nice shot by Christie.
The effort has to be better defensively. Easy deuce.
The Suns lead by 5. Right side Jones. Lets the 3 fly. That's good from Durant on the assist from Jones. Jones has got 3 assists tonight. Here's Washington. Soft touch off the glass.
Proving he can capitalize from this area too. Washington being assertive and looking to score. I like it.
Screen by Durant. Booker with it. Checked by Washington. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Christie passes to Dinwiddie. Here's Exum. Buries it from 3. Now just a 3-point Suns lead.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie is very dependable at serving his teammates on the court. Seems like a natural leader.
Durant for 3. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And we finished off one half of play. Phoenix out in front, up by 6. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Well, if he's hit 3s like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Dunn in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Well, we know Thompson always wired to score, but right now it even seems to be coming easier for him.
For 3, Booker. Davis with a rebound. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. You know, Clark, 2024 saw Anthony Davis make his return to the All-Star game.
And really, B.A., such a pleasure to see him back on the court, healthy and producing. That's not been an issue. The issue has been him being hurt and not being able to be on the court. But he's a perennial All-Star when he's healthy and playing and doing exactly what he's done throughout his career at both ends, be a dominant center.
Here's Dunn. No good on the 3. Mavericks trail by 3. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played.
Phoenix foul. Dunn. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Some changes for Phoenix. Plumlee comes in for Richards. And it's O'Neal in for Durant. And Dallas also making a switch. Lively's checked in. Unable to get the ball in bounds. And they got called for a 5-second violation.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
Marshall, he's checked in for Washington. Oh, a tape measure basket for Booker.
Proving how lethal he can be. Booker's confidence serves as a catalyst for him, draining long shots.
To the middle. Here's Thompson. Pass to Lively. It's stolen by Dunn. Booker for 3. And the Suns get another 3.
You see the level of confidence Booker possesses. Outstanding off the catch.
Now here's Irving. Thompson with it. The 3-ball. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving.
3-point field goal.
Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Irving against Booker. Now here's Irving. He's closely guarded. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Thompson. Here's the three. And the Mavericks, another three.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel, we have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Irving, the pass to Thompson. For the tie. Thompson with another miss. Phoenix leading by 3. Now Beal. 6 points for him. And there's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Booker, the pass to O'Neal. The Suns need to get off a shot. There's the three. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. Mavericks trail by 3. And here's Irving. Pass to Thompson. Lets it go from deep. On the wing, Thompson. From deep. Oh, and Clay makes that three look so easy.
Just another spot on the court where he can hurt you from. Thompson, efficient in the corner.
And there's the screen. Booker for 3. Gets the 3-ball to go. Booker's got 9 points in the quarter.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Irving looking around. Beal against Thompson. Lively with a screen on Beal. Here's Thompson. Thompson with another miss.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Kept alive. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to O'Neal. And he drives in. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Slick feed by Beal. Taking advantage of the hole in the defense to set up a wide open man.
Irving with it. Done with a steal. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Suns it. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court right now for the Mavericks. Washington and Gafford, the combo inside. And it's Williams, and it's Thompson, and it's Christie in at the 2. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Thompson outside. Nice D from Durant. The Suns lead by 5. Puts up a deep 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Gafford's got his 4th rebound in this one. Williams against Allen. Thompson left side. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Gillespie. He's guarded by Gafford. Pass to Richards. On the wing, Durant. Launches a 3. Takes the 3. That's good. That's now his 7th made field goal in 15 tries.
An outstanding performance from Durant so far. But you know what? That's par for the course for him. He's just a natural scorer.
Now here's Williams. Tight defense on him. Beyond the arc. Thompson's shot is off. Phoenix leading by 8. Gillespie passes to Durant. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Gillespie. Back to Durant. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Thompson. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Durant with it. Guarded now by Williams. Allen, left side. Dunn outside. On the wing, Durant. Let's go with a 3. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Oh, Thompson from deep three-point land. Again, the miss by Dallas. Phoenix has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter.
Mavericks foul.
The Suns making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Davis, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Substitution on the court.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Phoenix foul.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make him earn those points from deep. Don't give them to him free at the line.
A different look for Phoenix. Bradley Beal, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Devin Booker in for Gillespie. Irving's checked in for the Mavericks.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Booker, the pass to Durant. Shoots over Davis. And Durant gets it to go. Durant's got 24 points.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Down low. Here's Thompson. Oh, Klay Thompson delivers.
Fantastic to see Klay Thompson deliver when his team needs a basket most.
Pass to Durant for 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Davis has got 8 rebounds in the game. Irving against Booker. Now here's Irving. He's covered closely. And here's Thompson, pounded by Beal. Thompson, no good.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. The time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
It's stolen by Washington. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break.
A taller guard with a quick trigger, Klay Thompson, is also an impressive perimeter defender and playmaker.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
You know, we've got to talk about how they've continued to force turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive, and they've not let up.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Team foul.
Good on the first. And that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both. And it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Booker against Irving. Pass to Thompson. Elbow shot on the way. Money. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
Durant against Davis. They double team Durant. Here's Dunn from the arc. Davis with a rebound.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Outside Irving. Washington outside. That'll count if it goes. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. What's the best strategy for him?
They're in a tough spot right now. Barely enough time to run the catch and shoot.
The 3 from Thompson. So a close game sees Phoenix taking this one. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For
This team's among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Alperen Sengun out there with Amen Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. And here's KD for 3. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Booker. Lets the 3 fly. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Brooks with it. Now Beal defending. Pass to Thompson. The 3. The rebound by Richard. Phoenix is gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Durant against Sengun. Kicks it out to Booker. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Booker's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Suns. Indoors, one guy who rarely has an off night, Devin Booker.
He has been the model of consistent excellence, Kevin. This guy's so efficient, so productive, all about winning. I am not sure Devin Booker gets the credit he deserves for the level he's at every night.
Nailed from three-point land.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Almond will blow right by you. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here's Green. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Done shots, good.
Devin Booker, not a guy who's going to just punt out his own shot. If you're open, he'll find you.
Van Vliet passes to Thompson. Pass to Sengun. Now Van Vliet, defended by Booker. 2 on the clock. Lets it go. Again, the Rockets score. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Beal with it. Picked up by Thompson. For 3, Durant. Thompson with the rebound.
2 minutes remaining.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. And another Kevin, Kevin Durant, is the most decorated member of the Suns star trio. KD says, I believe in this team and we believe in one another. I like our chemistry. Not just the 3 of us, but our whole team. Our coaching staff is doing a great job. I'm not promising anything, but I like our chances against anything. Kevin is certainly
Substitution on the court.
David, indeed they do. Houston making some changes. Jabari Smith, he's jacked in for Sengun. Tari Eason comes in for Brooks. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. And the Suns miss again. Houston in the lead. Holiday left side. We've got 1:08 left here in the opening quarter. For Phoenix, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Pass to Gillespie. From the arc. The Rockets pull it in. Thompson outside. That 3 off the mark. Suns shooting a lowly 30% to start this game. Green against Booker. Here's Gillespie. Booker looking around. Eason grabs the board.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Holiday with the three. Plumlee with the rebound. Booker fires from way outside. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Big time shot.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Suns lead by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
O'Neal is out there with Durant. Then it's Plumlee. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Jones in at the point guard position. Who's out there for Phoenix.
Kevin Durant is a gifted shot maker. What you can do, I can do better.
So, Doris, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a one-of-a-kind player in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. The size, 7 foot. The ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula, the great one, Kevin Durant.
Smith outside, over Jones. Smith, no good.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
And Doris, when you take a look at someone like Royce O'Neal, what do you see?
I mean, so many things, Kevin. There's great intangibles with this young man. Hard worker, incredibly smart defensively, versatile defensively, and he's so often matched up against the opponent's best scorer and relishes it. I love that.
Nick Richards, he's checked in for Phoenix. Allen comes in for O'Neal. Green against KD. Şengün inside. From 6 away. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Durant, the long-range shot finds its mark.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Here's Whitmore. That one's off, still out of sync.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Outside for KD. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. KD's got the lead up to 9 now for Phoenix. Got that bucket in no time at all. 7 points for Şengün.
Now just show off that basketball IQ, Mr. Fred VanVleet. Pretty pass, sir.
Durant inside. He's against Green, and that one's good. Beal.
You know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they've played together as a unit over this last stretch.
And here's Green outside. Good on the jump shot. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Jones dishes to Durant. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Beal finds Allen. Another 3 for Phoenix. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Beal with a screen for Jones. Durant in the corner. To the paint. Beal the pass to Richards. Now here's Durant. From 18 feet away. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Kevin Durant just understands how to find the open spots on the floor. His scoring line, proof of him getting to the efficiency we always look to. And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got 4 assists in the game. The drive by Green. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. There's 38 seconds left in the second quarter. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. And Durant puts up a deep 3. 23 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Beal gets a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Outside for KD. Outside Beal. Back to Durant. Shot is good off the back rim and in. 22 points for Kevin Durant.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And, boy, this young guy has done just that.
Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Brooks in at the 3. A deep 3 from Durant. Misses the deep 3-point attempt. Rockets trail by 15. Launches it from deep. The Rockets again can't hit. To the inside. Outside for Beal. Dunn dishes to Durant. Second shot opportunity. KD on the wing. Beal with a screen for KD. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Well, when you see somebody making pull-up jump shots like Van Vliet does there, you know that the rhythm is there.
KD looking around. Beyond the arc. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
So for the Rockets, Smith checked in for Şengün. Tari Eason comes in for Brooks. And Aaron Holiday is subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Booker with it. Now Green defending. Dunn passes to Gillespie. For 3, Booker nails the 3. So confident.
You've got to be there on the catch if Devin Booker gets an opportunity from the perimeter. This guy too good a shooter.
You know, you talk about a foundational piece. To start his career, Devin Booker toiled through, Doris, a half a decade of losing in Phoenix.
It was all of that, Kevin, but what I admired most is through all of that losing, he never stopped working. And the losing never stopped bothering him. He never got comfortable with it. Now, all of a sudden, other players see his talent. They want to join him, and it's a much more competitive basketball team.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he is something else. Hey, thank you. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the wide open shot from Green. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Phoenix leading by 12. Gillespie, the pass to Booker. Drills it from outside. Booker's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Phoenix. Lobbed up there for Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Gillespie, the pass to Booker. Lets it go from deep. Pass to Gillespie. On the wing, Booker, guarded by Green. Bangs home the trifecta. Booker's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Lightning quick release on that jumper. No one could get to Booker in time.
The wide open look here for Holiday. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Off target from three-point range. Phoenix leading by 13. O'Neal with it. Now Smith defending. Booker outside. Fades away. Rebound by Smith. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. Pass to Thompson. Lets it go with the 3. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
3-point field goal.
And now that's 11 points from Amen Thompson. And here's Booker from the arc. And there's your answer from Booker.
How about the competitor answering? Mr. Booker put it back to the three-point answer.
Smith with it. He's guarded by Plumlee. Smith right side. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Phoenix looking at a 13-point lead. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. The forwards, Allen and Durant. And it's Richards in its center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Booker against Van Vliet. This one for 3. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Smith.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
No good from Booker. And for the Rockets, they're shooting 43% for the game. Green in the post. He's covered by Beal. Adams against Durant. Shoots it. A second chance effort. Adams' shot is off. Suns leading by 10. And it's Beal in the corner. Booker finds Durant. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game.
Boy, no hesitation right there. You see Kevin Durant assertive on the offensive end.
And here's Brooks from outside. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Adams right side. Shoots over Richards. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Adams. Smith against Durant. From deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Van Vliet with it. Now guarded by Booker. Adams down low. Working on Booker. Adams down low. Defended by Booker. Adams against Booker. That cuts the lead to single digits. Adams has got 4 points this quarter.
This is Steven Adams at his absolute best. This guy is a high percentage shooter because he understands how to use his frame.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Suns leading by 10.
2 minutes
And Booker
remaining.
kicks to KD. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 5 assists tonight.
Boy, Kevin Durant, the quick release and from distance.
Adams with the screen on Durant. Smith the pass to Adams. The jump hook. Got a hand on it. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Offensive rebound. Outside for KD. Beal with the screen for KD. Over Smith. And again, Kevin Durant. Durant's got 33.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Phoenix.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for KD.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Durant with a wide open look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For 3, Smith. Rebound by the Suns. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jacks up a 3. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. Down by 15. From deep, Brooks. The three-pointer is right on target.
3-point field goal.
Durant for 3. Off target. So it's the Suns winning easily here. Some thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
hard, lethal one-on-one. But I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
So the Houston starting five. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Amen Thompson out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the 5, down low. Now Irving. To the middle. Şengün with a steal. Pass to Brooks. This one for 3. Gafford grabs the miss.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. We talked about Fred Van Vliet and how Coach hopes to counter him. Coach told me I'd love to put size on him and give him an unfavorable matchup. But the truth is, it's all about hustle, just staying on him as much as possible. It's a pretty straightforward strategy, but Coach hopes it's effective. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Thompson. No good off the glass. Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers. Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
Outside for Green. Launches it. Houston with another miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Pass to Thompson. The 3-ball. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving.
Let me just say this. Klay Thompson is one of about 10 people in NBA history that you do not want to leave open for a 3. The defense has to make it harder for him out there.
Now here's Van Vliet. He shoots. Houston with another miss.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
Irving for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Pass to Thompson. Outside for Green. Thompson, a screen on Washington. Takes the 3. And it's Thompson that time on the assist from Green.
A confident shot from Amen. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check.
And finished off by Davis.
Throw it high and watch Davis fly. Wow.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Lively, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Eason's checked in for the Rockets. Now here's Washington. Here's Irving. Out to Thompson. There's the triple. Rebound by Van Vliet.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Eason, pass to Van Vliet. Fades and shoots. He can't get it to go. Dallas leading by 5. You know, it's hard to understate the value Van Vliet brings to this team, Richard.
When you look back at Toronto's championship in 2019, he made some huge plays. When the moment got big, he came through and came out on top.
And Irving has got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. 1:31 left in the first. Pass to Eason. Fires from deep. Drops in the 3.
As he gets more comfortable in unlocking his potential, we'll see Green get more comfortable in moving the ball.
Takes a 3. Davis. That's good. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not. Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Pass to Irving. Back to Davis. The 3 from Thompson. Thompson pulls it in.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Şengün, no good. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Irving. Pass to Thompson. Deflects the pass. Lively with a screen on Easton. And here's Thompson for three. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Thompson's got 6.
Want to see a perfect jumper? Just watch Klay Thompson.
The 3 from Thompson fires in the triple.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Mavericks ahead. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. At small forward and power forward, it's Brooks and Smith. Aaron Holiday out there with Jalen Green. And it's Adams in at the center position. Dinwiddie, no good. Rockets trail by 5. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that. Adams a screen. Holiday from long range. Gafford grabs the miss. The Mavericks lead by 4. Williams with it. Guarded by Smith. Oh, deflected. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brooks.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Whitmore's checked in. The 3, Smith. Counted from distance. Smith's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Holiday against Williams. The 3, Dinwiddie. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And it's great to see Dinwiddie dial it up from deep. Needs to keep connecting from out there.
Brooks outside. Pass to Holiday. Over Williams. 5 on the clock. 3-pointer, Brooks. And Houston, another 3.
And you got to at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
Crafty move. Now Exum. The 3 is up. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Outside Whitmore. And the Rockets tack on 2 more. Richard, you played for great teams and rebuilding teams. How different is the atmosphere between those types of organizations?
The expectation to win from everyone, top to bottom, that's what stands out to me. Everyone takes their role seriously and professionally.
Holiday against Williams. Outside Holiday. Over Williams. The shot by Holiday, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. He buries it from 3. Exum's got 8 points here in the quarter.
The transition 3. It's part of the new NBA. And when he's taking them, it's a great shot.
Adams a screen. Brooks from outside. Sinks it from distance.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Houston has gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. And one guy who's just scratching the surface of his potential, Jabari Smith.
Yeah, he's still very young, still gaining strength, but his upside on both ends is enormous.
Gafford in the post. Adams is there. His first shot attempt. Oh, the swat by Adams. Brooks against Dinwiddie. And And the rebound goes to Dallas.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Here's Exum. Dallas no good that time either. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Here's Whitmore outside. Offensive board. Goes back up. That one off the back iron and out. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. For 3, Dinwiddie. Brooks with the rebound. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Rockets. Inside. Pass to Whitmore. Stolen by Dinwiddie. Exum right side. And he lobs it up top. Knocks it loose. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Houston leading by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Ooh, they're measuring up the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Without question, Dante Exum displaying his skills today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
They've got Klay Thompson. Anthony Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then there's P.J. Washington, and it's Irving in at point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Trying to keep up with Brooks will wear you out. He gets 1 step ahead and pulls right up to shoot.
Stolen by Thompson. On the wing, Brooks. Şengün, a screen on Thompson. Three-pointer, Brooks. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got his 6th rebound on the night. Gafford with a screen on Green. And here's Thompson for 3. Hits the trifecta. Thompson's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Mavericks trail by 3. Irving for 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. For Houston, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Launches a 3, and it's Brooks missing. Dallas is gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. The quick look, no good that time. For Dallas, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Rockets lead by 3. Here's Şengün, drives to the hoop. Let's go with a 3, and that one's good for Brooks. Brooks has got 6 here in the quarter.
And he's much more comfortable shooting off a pass. Brooks with a nice shot.
Davis with a screen on Van Vliet. Nails it from 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pass to Brooks. Puts up a 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And stolen by Green. Thompson scanning the floor for the tie. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got 5 rebounds in the game. Van Vliet outside. Misses the 3. Mavericks trail by 3. You know, Grant and Van Vliet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, B.A. Van Vliet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. But no wonder nothing seems to faze him. And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
BA, Fred Van Vliet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. something you got to work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it, and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. And the call will be against Alperon Şengün. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. And Christie subbed in for Washington. Green's checked in for Houston. Eason comes in for Brooks. Irving, the pass to Davis. Thompson with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Rockets from deep. They get the rebound. Green against Davis. And it's Green missing.
I guess we can credit the defense for that one going wide. They did everything they could to influence the shot.
Lively passes to Thompson. Outside Davis. Again, the miss by Dallas. Houston leading by 3. Here's Eason. Sinks the tray. Eason's gotten his second bucket on the night.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Thompson finds Lively. And the ball out of play. The Rockets will have it. Marshall, he's checked in for Davis. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Smith, he's checked in for Van Vliet. Thompson scanning the floor. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for Dallas. 6-point game. Fires the 3. Thompson, no good. Houston shooting a disappointing 38%. Smith outside. It could go. Oh, he trades the 3, but let's see.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
Yeah, they're going to review that shot to make sure he got it off in time, but...
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possessions. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. 4th quarter on the court for the Rockets. Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Thompson and Green are the backcourt set. And it's Eason in at the small forward position. Nails it from beyond the arc. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Thompson fires from way outside. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The 3-point stroke is off.
Thompson against Irving. Capitalizes off the crossover.
Look, Kyrie doesn't need any encouragement to just do what he does because that's the type of handle that he has. He's going to go out there and he's going to show everyone what he's capable of every night.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Thompson outside. Smith outside. Fires the 3. Drains the triple. And the Rockets lead by 11.
Yeah, we're seeing some of that potential everyone is talking about with Smith. Just a talented offensive player.
Irving for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And here's Thompson for 3. Rebounded by Marshall. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 in the 4th and looking confident on offense. And Irving gets it to go.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
And I bet he's thinking that he could close the gap completely if he can keep those threes coming.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three. That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
The three, Smith. Lively grabs a miss. Lively's got his 4th rebound in this one from behind the arc. That won't go. He's 5 for 12 now. Houston leading by 8.
2 minutes.
Now here's Smith. Pass to Şengün. Smith with a screen on Lively. Thompson with it. They grab their own miss. Beyond the arc. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün. And Dallas making a change here. Davis is checked in. Van Vliet's checked in for the Rockets. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the 4th quarter. Ooh, stolen by Smith. A minute 31 left in the 4th quarter. Houston with another miss. Mavericks trail by 8. Irving for 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Easton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And a deep 3 from Van Vliet. The long distance 3 is buried.
And the luxury of having Van Vliet. He doesn't need the ball to score. Fred can work off the rock and be a spot-up shooter.
Outside Irving. Jacks up a 3. And the three-pointer goes. Irving's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Van Vliet against Irving. Clock at 6. And he lobs it up to the rim. On the wing, Davis for 3. That shot, no good. Knocked away.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
3.
Irving with it. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Dunn, and it's Richards in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Now the Mavericks with it. Here's Davis, and it's slammed in by Davis.
High above the rim. Not many guys have that kind of length and verticality. I mean, Davis, one of the very few.
Now here's Booker. Pass to KD. Back to Booker. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Davis. An even 3-on-3 break. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Now, here is Irving. Pass to Washington. Down low. Here's Gafford. And he finishes nicely on the way.
Keeping that head on the swivel, eyes alert. Washington doing a nice job finding this man there.
Well, we were just talking, P.J. Washington has improved his defense, hasn't he?
He really has been intentional about getting better at that end of the floor. And, you know, he always had a good foundation for potentially being an outstanding defender, but then he put the work in. You know, he does a great job with his positioning. He's got excellent positional size, and because of all of that in his work, he's a versatile defender now that can make an impact at that end of the floor.
It's tipped. It's tipped. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Great touch from KD. Great range, too.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Irving. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Booker finds Dunn. Shoots the 3. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Beal with the steal. Here's Booker. Durant with a wide open look. Sinks the 3-pointer. KD's got 9.
Players with KD's size generally don't have that quick release, too. Incredible combination for him.
And stolen by Dunn. From about 16. And Davis pulls it down.
Now, you can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. And here's Thompson after the 3-pointer from KD. And Gafford throws it down.
And we know Thompson can do damage as a scorer, but they're showing off his ability to pass it.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Now Davis, after the missed 3 from KD. That one falls.
Well, Anthony Davis has a nice high-arching jump shot. I love seeing him shoot it from here. Hard for the defense to match up with him.
Now here's Booker. He has yet to score. Done outside. Out to KD. Shot clock at 5 for Davis. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. $14 points for him.
A 3-level score. Durant is a pick-your-poison matchup for defenders.
They get it back. Pass to Washington. Thompson against Beal. Tries again. Yep, it counts.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
For Phoenix, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Durant. Durant with another miss.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too. Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Here's Gillespie. Off target from outside. Here's Dinwiddie. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Suns. He went on an... And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. We've got Allen. Pudley out there with Royce O'Neal. Then it's Jones. And it's Gillespie in at the 1.
The versatility of Dinwiddie. Boy, he drives it, passes it, and he can shoulder the scoring load when you need him to.
Gillespie, that's good. Gillespie's got 5 now.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Jones, the pass to Allen. Outside, O'Neal. Marshall with the steal. Pass break, Dallas. And finished off by Lively.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Jones, the pass to Gillespie. Plumlee with a screen on Dinwiddie. Here's Gillespie. And the Suns tack on 2 more. The Mavericks trailing. On the wing, Williams. Defended by Jones. Here's Dinwiddie. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. He has 5.
I can't find an excuse for letting Dinwiddie get this positioning inside. I mean, once he has it, you're toast.
Gillespie. Kicks it out to Jones. And it's off from 3-point range. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for Dallas. Outside Williams. Back to Exum. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Plumlee with the steal. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Dallas moving the ball around. Stolen by O'Neal. Here's Gillespie. No good on the triple. Mavericks have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Here's Williams. Here he goes. Makes it off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 2. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal.
Watch out now.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things in your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Durant with the steal. Here's the 3. Kevin Kevin Durant, bullseye, money on the three. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws. Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock him down from the line.
Washington finds Irving. Back to Washington. Outside Irving. Shot to stop the run. 5 to shoot. Dallas again turning it over. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Right side Davis. Shoots over Richards. Dallas again missing.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Here's Irving. And it's Davis at the elbow. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. The three from KD. Straight to the bucket. Durant.
Boy, how about the outstanding hustle from Durant? I mean, getting out on the break as soon as the ball was headed the other way. The more bodies going up court, the better.
Here's Irving. Here's Thompson. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Booker. And stolen by Irving.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns going into the break with a 10-point lead. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Klay Thompson is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Davis. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Washington in at the three, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Poked away. Gafford with the steal. Floats it up for Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
With three, Booker. And you know who?
3 points.
Devin Booker.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Davis inside, guarded by KD, and it's sent back by KD. Davis against Dunn. The alley-oop, and Thompson sends it back.
So disruptive. Thompson's defensive instincts are off the charts.
And Durant gets it to go. The assist from Booker. Booker's got 4 assists now tonight. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, despite suffering a first-round sweep in last season's playoffs, the Suns' front brass remains confident they were mere inches from where they needed to be to compete for a title, emphasizing that chemistry is built over time and through the fire. The hope is, with another year to coalesce, this team will be ready for a deeper run. Kevin?
Well, they've got the names. They've got a big coach now coming in. All right, D.A., thank you. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Dallas. Marshall comes in for Washington. Phoenix also making some changes. Plumlee, he's checked in for Nick Richards. And Royce O'Neal subbed in for Dunn. The three from KD. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Pass to Marshall. Outside Irving. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Clark, Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards, but man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on the season, and a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9" and 7-foot guys. Special.
Suns on offense. They're on a 12-3 run. Durant for three. Buries the long-range jumper.
3 points.
KD's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And the shot goes down. Irving's got 5 now.
Kyrie going to work from the mid-range is a thing of beauty. Such a skilled offensive player.
Outside for Durant. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Lively's got 4 rebounds in this game. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignite.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
I don't think you could design a better scorer than Durant. I mean, range from deep, the touch at the rim, excellent handle, 7 feet tall. He does everything you want from your first option.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Christie comes in for X, and it's Williams in for Irving. And it's good, 2 points.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Here's Gillespie, Lively defending. The 3 ball. KD's shot is good. Durant's got 41.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
A floater. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. 46 seconds left in the third. Takes the 3. O'Neal kicks to KD. Another shot. Christie with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
He gets it in there. 7 points in the game.
Dinwiddie can hit defenders with floaters and a lot more. He's got a full arsenal and showing you that offensive creativity there.
For 3, Durant. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Deflects the pass. Marshall sets a screen for Dinwiddie. The kick out to Williams. It just in time.
One eye on the rim,
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Suns. Here's the number you need to know. He buried 5 three-pointers that quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. We've got Booker. Bradley Beal is out there with Dunn. Then it's Nick Richards. And it's Gillespie in at the point guard position. Williams dishes to Thompson. Back to Williams. Out to Thompson. Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Inside, Klay Thompson.
Any shot Thompson puts up has great touch.
Suns leading by 15. With 3, Booker, and the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, you know what? They say you would always rather have a player that you need to turn down than to turn on. So being aggressive versus passive, I want the aggressive guy all the time, even if it means a few fouls.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
The Suns making a change here. Durant's checked in. Booker is screen on Davis. KD passes to Dunn. KD against Davis. Over Davis. Durant with a terrific move and bucket. Durant's got 43 points.
That mid-range shot, a go-to one for KD.
On its way from Irving for 2. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Phoenix leading by 14. Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter. Outside, Davis. Here's Irving. The rebound by Richards. Richards got his 5th rebound in this one. The tray. Another 3 for Phoenix.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And good. There's another. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Suns.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
For 3, Durant. The Mavericks pull it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
A nice shot by Irving.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Pulls from the top of the key, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Right side Davis. Pass to Washington. Out to Thompson. Top of the key. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Suns.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for KD.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Phoenix no good that time either. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Knocked loose and stolen by Irving. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Thompson against Booker. It's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. And there's the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. KD, that's for 2. Gets to the corner and buries it. Durant with the steal. It falls. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory. Much appreciated, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
Here are the 5 for the Suns. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant, and it's done in at the small forward. Back to Durant. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Van Vliet misses.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And that's just an all-around talent there. I mean, Green is dependable at finding his open teammates.
For Houston, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's Şengün. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pass to Şengün. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Now let's send it over to Ali LaForce, who is able to talk with Ime Udoka.
I asked him about the many difficulties that Kevin Durant presents to a defense, and coach said with most guys you can force them left or right or send help. With Kevin, he can always shoot over the top of you. Sometimes you feel helpless in that regard. Not a lot of solutions for a 7-foot sharpshooter, guys.
And Ali, thank you for that. Now here's Green. Pass to Şengün. Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
But we all know he's a good scorer, but Green also facilitates very well.
Durant for 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Houston has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Now Green. Back to Van Vliet. Thompson, a screen on Booker. Here's Van Vliet. Kevin Durant with a rebound.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Now here's Booker. Durant, the pass to Booker. And it's going to be a 3-second call. So for the Rockets, Smith, he's checked in for Thompson. Eason comes in for Brooks. And Holiday subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Plumlee's checked in for Phoenix. O'Neal comes in for Durant. Here's Holiday. Pass to Şengün. From downtown. And another miss by Houston.
2 minutes.
A minute 58 left to play in the first quarter. Booker for 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
How about Booker playing a little bit of cat and mouse, smart enough to know when it's better to pull up.
Green with the ball. Shoots. That's good on the jumper.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for the Suns. Trailing by 4. Green against Beal. Back to Booker. Over Green. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Booker's got his 2nd basket on the night.
Lightning quick release on that jumper. No one could get to Booker in time.
Outside Eason. Wide open. Plumlee pulls down the board. The Suns have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. And Booker gets double teamed. Pass to Plumlee. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. And here's Smith. 36 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Back to Green. 6 to shoot. Şengün, a screen on Booker. Green for 3. Plumlee pulls down the board.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Ooh, stolen by Smith. Here's Easton. Misses the deep three-point attempt. And now the Suns fast break. Booker for three. Knocks it down from distance. Booker's got 8.
Yeah, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
It'll count. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Alperon Şengün. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, what do you think about the Rockets?
Well, you have to look at the advantage they have in the turnover department. I mean, that's a huge advantage for them in this game.
Offensively, they took care of the ball, and defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
They've got Dylan Brooks, Cam Whitmore out there with Fred VanVleet. Then there's Amen Thompson, and it's Adams in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Houston.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor, a lot of the damage coming in transition.
Now here's VanVleet. No points so far. Thompson outside. Three-pointer. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got 4 rebounds now. 4-3. Durant's shot is off.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Stolen by Thompson. Three-pointer. Got a hand on it. Here's Gillespie. From outside the arc. Poke loose. And they get it back. Outside Durant. From deep three-point land. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. And here's Thompson for 3. Dives for it. That doesn't go either for Thompson. The 3 is up. KD! What else would you expect?
Boy, Kevin Durant, the quick release and from distance.
Thompson outside. The fader from beyond the arc and then some. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Durant. 9 points in the game. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Whitmore with it. Picked up by Allen. Allen brings a double team. Right wing. Back to Whitmore. And so many screens today. Ride that line of moving or not. Doris, you think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say today, officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult.
The Suns have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Durant way outside. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Houston has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Lets the 3 fly. Shot is good by Gillespie. Gillespie's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it. All-star guard Devin Booker said everybody here is on the same page. We're in win-now mode. We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Whitmore. Pass to Thompson. Brooks a screen on Durant. The 3 from Thompson knocks down the triple. Thompson's got 6 points.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Here's Durant. Up top, O'Neal. From deep. They get it again. Richards, the pass to Durant. Lets it go from deep. That one is off.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Up top, Whitmore. Allen defending. And there's the foul. It'll go on Grayson Allen. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group for the Rockets.
Substitution on the court.
Holiday against Jones. There's the three. Holiday. That one's good. Holiday's got his first 3 points of the game. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Phoenix Suns. The three. He can't hit that time. Smith outside. Here's Easton. And the Rockets hit again from deep. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Rockets ahead, up by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The Suns 26.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. One of the stories here, Kevin Durant. He's getting it done today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
And so, in the game for Phoenix, Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards, and it's done in at the 3. And the shot goes in. Brooks has got his second bucket on the night.
Ooh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
Booker with a screen on Thompson. Here's the 3. And Booker the bucket on the assist from Durant.
Devin Booker will flat put it to you on the three-point line. Don't give him any open shots.
Pass to Brooks. Back to Van Vliet. Just 5 on the clock. Over Booker. Kevin Durant with a rebound.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Done. The pass to Durant. They set the screen. Shoots over Thompson. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. To the paint. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, just showcasing his athleticism. When Brooks gets open space around the rim, he looks to throw it down with authority.
Durant, no good. The Rockets lead by 4. Three-pointer, Brooks connects from downtown. Brooks has got 9 points.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Durant with a screen on Van Vliet. Back to Booker. Pulls up on the wing. And the shot falls short that time. The Rockets have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Şengün. And Houston, another 3.
This team looks so focused out there trying to increase their lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that.
Now here's Richards. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And down it goes. 2 points.
You can see the level of attention Bradley Beal draws. This guy is so heady finding the open teammate.
Van Vliet outside. Now here's Şengün. Tightly guarded. The 3 from Thompson. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Richards has got 11 rebounds in the game. Durant with it. Now Thompson defending. Fires for 3. Durant's shot is off.
It hasn't been all bad shots for him, but you wouldn't know that looking at his percentage from the field.
Pass to Green. And Bradley Beal is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Rockets will go for a different look here. Green's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Smith comes in for Thompson. Eason's checked in for Brooks. And Holiday subbed in for Van Vliet. Gillespie's checked in for the Suns.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
The Rockets lead by 8. Green for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Richards has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Beal to pass to Richards. Here's Gillespie. Three-pointer. Buries it from 3. Gillespie's got 6.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Let's go with a 3. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Bradley Beal is settling in as one of multiple stars in Phoenix. He said, it's been an adjustment for sure. You go from being very ball dominant to now you share the dominance. And it's a sacrifice and also an adjustment of learning a totally different role. Brian, he says it's a process, but one he embraces.
Good point. Thanks, Allie. Here's Gillespie. He's got 6 for the tie. Rebounded by Green.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage.
Pass to Holiday. Beal against Smith. To stop the drought. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got rebound number 15 here tonight. Booker for 3. Doesn't go that time. Back comes Houston in transition. The jump hook. Another shot. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding? And we've reached the end of the third. Rockets ahead. They're up by 4. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Eason in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Puts up a deep 3. From the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Rockets lead by 7. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Smith finds Şengün. 4-3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Beal surveying the D. For 3, Allen. Eason pulls it in. Houston leading by 7. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Pass to Şengün. This one for 3. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Down in the corner, Beal shoots with confidence. Just one more area he can score from consistently.
Van Vliet outside. The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Jones. Green against Allen. There's the triple. And out of bounds. Houston will have it. Houston making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. And it's Brooks in for Eason. And a change for the Suns. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for O'Neal. And it's Green with the ball for the Rockets. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And a deep three from Van Vliet. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got 8 rebounds in the game. Beal against Van Vliet. Tries to break his ice. Out to Beal. Back to Durant. Launches it from deep. It's rebounded by Houston.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
There's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul of the game. A different look for Phoenix. Richards is checked in for Plumlee. Dunn comes in for Allen. And it's Devin Booker in for Jones. They set a pick. Brooks from outside. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Richards has got his 16th rebound on the night. On the wing, Durant. Beyond the arc. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker.
Big moments. This is who Kevin Durant is. He delivers when the game is in the balance.
Pass to Brooks. Thompson with a screen. Now Şengün. The three is up. Thompson in the post. Covered by Richards. Just 5 to shoot. Thompson passes to Brooks. The Rockets again can't hit. Suns trail by 4. It's Booker on the wing, guarded by Van Vliet. Outside Durant. Money from the wing. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Brooks, right side. To win the cold spell. It falls!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Durant with it. Now Thompson defending. Şengün with a steal. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Knocks down the long J.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Now here's Richards, guarded by Van Vliet.
Yeah, Booker keeping that defense off balance with his passing ability right there.
And here's Şengün, fades away. That shot missing. And so it's Houston winning this one. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job.
in the trenches, each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Washington out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Kyrie Irving. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Gafford in at the 5. Now here is Irving. In the corner, it's Gafford. Outside, Davis. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
What a crafty shot by Davis. Like, what can't he do? Just a little rainbow high arc over anything that the team could defend.
Van Vliet against Davis. Van Vliet passes to Thompson. Fades. A rebound by Washington. Thompson outside. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Gafford. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach, Ime Udoka. Coach said how much he admires Klay Thompson, saying, that guy is a champion. Coming back from 2 years away, Thompson's still one of the best two-way guards in the league. Nothing but respect for Klay. Zero argument here. Thompson surely a future Hall of Famer. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Yeah, such a creative playmaker. Love seeing Irving find the open teammate and make the right pass.
Green inside the three-point line. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Washington. A second chance effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I'm not sure we've seen someone like AD before. Super long, skilled, athletic. He's just a unique talent.
Arguably one of the best bigs of his generation, Anthony Davis. I know you admire his game.
Well, he takes over the game on both ends of the floor. You would look at a Tim Duncan, a Kevin Garnett, a guy that can beat you with 5 blocks, or a guy that can dominate the post and score 25 a night.
Hands it from downtown.
The team-first mentality of Thompson. When someone on his squad is open, he finds them.
A deep three from Thompson. From beyond the arc and then some.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Şengün with a screen on Irving. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jabari Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. Then for the Mavericks, Derek Lively comes in for Daniel Gafford. And it's Williams in for Irving. Thompson misses. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Green kicks to Smith. Another miss by Houston. The Mavericks leading. On the wing, Williams. Covered by Van Vliet. It's stolen by Green. Here's the break. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Drills it from outside. Thompson's got 6.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Almond will blow right by you.
The Rockets shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Van Vliet up top. He's guarded by Williams. Shot from free throw range. It's rebounded by Dallas.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
And it's Houston on the break. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Thompson outside. Dallas moving it around. Williams against Thompson from past the arc. The shot by Thompson, no good. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Rocket 6. Another miss by Houston. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the first. Now Williams, still scoreless. Fires for 3. He can't get it to go. It's a tie game here in Houston. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
We've got Alperen Şengün. Tari Eason is out there at green. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Holiday in at the point. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. The Mavericks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Dinwiddie for 3. Here's Irving. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Rockets shooting a disastrous 25% from the field so far. Şengün, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And the foul on Tari Eason.
Personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Irving takes to Dinwiddie. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
On the catch and shoot, you have to be decisive, and Dinwiddie shows the ability to do just that.
Now Irving. Jeff Green missing from long range. Back to Irving. Over Holiday. Marshall dishes to Irving. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
So smooth around the rim. I love how Kyrie just goes up with confidence, knowing that he's going to figure it out.
Şengün finds Green. Şengün with the screen for Green. And the 3 ball is good. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Shoots a fader. Eason grabs the board.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpe's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. Outside Irving. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Holiday with the 3. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Irving. That's tipped. 1:51 left to play here in the half. Şengün with the bucket.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
Irving passes to Exum. A fader. Bangs home the trifecta.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Şengün, no good. Mavericks leading by 4, and Marshall kicks to Exum. Over Green, and Exum gets it to go on the assist from Marshall. Exum's got 5 points so far. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Rockets. Şengün with a screen on Irving. Up top, Şengün. Fires from deep. It's not going to go for him.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
43 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Irving against Holiday. Outside Irving. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Rockets trail by 3. Outside Green. Pass to Holiday for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Gafford's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And stolen by Şengün. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. That ties the game. Easton's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Houston.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, the coach might have had some words for him.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
23.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. The Mavericks shooting 43% from the field. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, we've got Thompson. Davis is out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Irving at the point guard position.
This is what makes Green so elusive, so difficult to cover. His ability to destroy you with that handle.
Irving driving inside. And it's good for 2. Irving's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Thompson's gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. Green against Irving. Pass to Washington. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Now, Kyrie has the ability to rack up a ton of assists. He knows how to find the open man.
Oh, here's Van Vliet. Still yet to score. From deep, Green. A rebound by Washington.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Puts it up from 17. Davis has the open look. Oh, good with the triple.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Thompson for the triple. Good on the triple. Thompson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Going right back at them. Kyrie answered with a 3 of his own. Woo.
Now here's Van Vliet. On the wing, Thompson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Mavericks leading by 3. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Thompson outside from downtown. It's rebounded by Houston. Thompson with it. He's picked up by Irving. Kept alive. Goes back up. Şengün, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Now here's Thompson. It's Irving, top of the key. Shot clock at 3. Launches from deep. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 5 assists tonight.
Oh, this dude has an absolute flamethrower. He makes long shots that look like second nature.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now, here's Irving. 9 points in the game so far. Thompson outside. Fires away from outside. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. Van Vliet passes to Thompson. Şengün with this screen on Thompson. They kick it out to Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
He can get it done off the dribble or off the catch. Green is just a flat-out shooter.
Irving from long range. Brooks grabs the board. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Rockets. Outside, Green. Şengün with the screen for Green. For the lead. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Washington. Thompson from long range. That shot, no good. Rockets have gone somewhat so far 4-10 on their shots in the second half so far. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Şengün with the screen for Green. Şengün with the ball. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And it's 8 points for Şengün.
A sometimes underrated playmaker, Green showing good patience and vision.
To the paint to end the cold streak. Great defense that time from Şengün. Thompson from long range. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this one?
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Thompson and Green are the guard pair. Smith is out there with Steven Adams. And it's Eason in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's Williams. Christie kicks to Williams. Christie with the screen on Smith. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen by Adams. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Williams with the ball. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Christie. Fires the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Christie's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Mavs. Now here's Green. Thompson outside. Smith sets the pick for Thompson. Over Williams. Thompson misses. The Mavericks leading. Pass to Marshall. Here's Washington. To the left side wing. Marshall passes to Lively. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the 3. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. From downtown, Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here is Williams. Davis with a screen on Smith. Now Williams. Hits Davis on the wing. Shoots the 3. That shot off. Rockets trail. Thompson with it. Williams picks him up. Adams with the screen on Williams. Pass to Eason. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. And the Rockets lead by 1. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Lively. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Yeah, he's got great position, and it makes it a really tough shot, even from such close range.
Here's Adams. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his first foul. Houston making some changes. Şengün's checked in for Adams. Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Amen Thompson. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Dallas. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Brooks. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get sacked.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
Houston making a switch. Thompson's checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. Thompson's checked in. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists in the game.
When it counts, you want to get the ball to Klay Thompson where he can do something special with it.
Now here's VanVleet. 1:05 left in the 4th quarter. Goes up the baseline. Got it.
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Brooks. From deep 3-point land. Outside, Green takes a 3. Cranes it from downtown.
There are guys that will take that shot, and there are guys that will make that shot. Green is one of those guys that will make that bucket.
Here's Lively. Off target with his 3. Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock. You just don't realize how difficult it is to hit a shot that deep. And that was sweet.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but
Cool.